Chisaki, blue futon, we're going back in the box. One hand this time, one hand. Oh, I got one, slipcover. 12 strong. Have I seen this movie? No. Is it a sequel to Thor? No, silly, it's not. It's about, after 9/11, 12 soldiers going to Afghanistan on horseback to fight the Taliban. So let me go watch this movie even though I haven't seen it. I'll let you know if I would be strong enough to be one of the 12. Probably not. I'm a wuss. So I just got done watching 12 Strong. What it's about? Well, it has Chris Hemsworth, Michael Shannon, Michael Peña in it, and they are one of these soldiers that are getting shipped to Afghanistan, and they are fighting against 5 squadrons to see if they are the ones that are going to be going into Afghanistan and doing this mission in 6 weeks, which Chris Hemsworth goes, sir, I don't want to say you're wrong, but you're wrong, because with that weather, we have to do it in 3 weeks. So, sir, we're going to get this done in 3 weeks. And the colonel's like, good luck, but we have a 6-week timeline. And they do it in 3 weeks. And he promises he's going to take every one of the soldiers in Afghanistan, and he's going to take every one of the soldiers out of Afghanistan. They're going to stay alive. And while in Afghanistan, meeting one of their warlords, I don't know if he's a warlord, but like a general, yes. And while in Afghanistan, he's going to meet one of the generals that hate the Taliban because the Taliban killed his family, and he's going to help them drop bombs, strategic locations to make sure the Taliban gets out of Afghanistan. So what I like about this movie, I'm a sucker for movies like this, 13 hours, kind of the more modernized Afghanistan war film movies of these heroic individuals that are involved, that are actually willing to do what other people will not. You know for a fact, like, oh, that guy's badass, I could do it. Will you though? But that's the other thing. I hate saying that at the same time because who knows what other people will do in that situation. But now I'm backpedaling. Even though this movie is a war movie, it is very familiar, but very different at the same time. That's what I kind of liked about it. There's a very familiarity to it of, the storyline of getting there, getting the mission, getting to your location, battles, stop, more battles, and then the final hoorah battle. Yes, it happens as well, but it's not always going into battle and shoot the bad guys. It's about what's in the air and knowing where to drop these bombs. And so a lot of the story is them actually giving coordinates to the Air Force to say, drop bombs here, 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 because that's the coordinates this Afghan general is telling us to bomb the Taliban. Why would this Afghan tell us anything different unless they think, wait a minute, is he actually killing the Taliban or people that he just does not like? So I enjoy that familiarity / different of the movie. And the action scenes are done well in this movie as well. You can kind of tell it's close combat, going in on these horseback in the modern day, because of course you see a lot of horseback movies like Braveheart or The Outlaw King or other stuff where you have to take horses into battle because that's all you had to move. Either you're running or you're taking a horse. This one, even though in day and age of tanks, pickup trucks, Toyota Hiluxes, and everything in there, you still got to take horses because you have to go through these very skinny paths in Afghanistan mountains, as well as just get from destination A to B. And if you haven't ridden a horse before, it sucks if you have back problems before, even though it's kind of easy. But with this too, true story, I watched special features. A lot of people did not know how to ride horses on this 12-man team. So I guess that's also the negative with the movie. It's very familiar, gets it done, but I do like how it's a true story. And hint, it's not really a spoiler, but all 12 make it out. So that's also a very positive message to this movie. Unlike 13 hours where some people didn't. This one, where the captain, now retired major, said, I'm getting all of you out. He actually does it. He leads his team perfectly, even though this is his first time going to battle as a captain. And you have a lot of, enlisted officer like, oh, he's just a captain. He's just a lieutenant. But this captain and his team trusts his captain to get them home. And he did not fail any of them. 12 strong will receive a 4 out of 5 blue futons, which equals to 80%. So see the critics and user scores gave this movie. So you have critics of 52%. Not, critics and the American flag don't go well. And then you have the user scores at 63%. Here's the critic consensus. 12 Strong has a solid cast, honorable intentions, and a thrilling fact-based story, all of which are occasionally enough to balance a disappointing lack of depth. A lot of people kind of disagree with that because it is still a declassified story of a true story, but not all the details are going to be in that report. Yeah, you can do what you remember, and you get what you get of someone writing this story, and you can actually see what the report says, because they had real pictures as well. But it's a war movie. What depth do you want? Like, oh, we need to go into every single one of these 12 characters' backstory of what they did? No, it's usually the captain and the senior ranking enlisted that are in charge It's them telling these stories of the other 10 people involved and what they have to do. They're the ones that are going to tell the story because they're the ones giving the orders. They're the ones leading them to do what they need to do. Of course, you have a little bit of backstory like, oh, this one ex-person's family are not the kind of Michael Peña's character, which they kind of, I guess, want to say, oh, the other 10 people, they also have families. They also have daughters. They also have brothers. They also have wives and everything like that. But kind of disagree with that. And I still say with this, I swear I've seen critics like, oh, there's too much American flag in the movie. You know what I say to that? But do you agree with my 80%? The user score is 63%. Are the critics 52%? Chase, I get the blue futon. Like, comment, subscribe. What do you think about this blue futon utopia? You blue futonians. Thank you for watching and have a great day. So let me rewind what I said about how would you be able to do it. Me, yes. I think I really would rush into battle and save someone because that is what I'm told to do. What really pisses me off is someone else says like, oh, if in this scenario, I would do something like Mark Wahlberg's like, if I was on the plane 9/11 with my kids, shit would go down in that plane would land. And people are like, oh, how dare he say that? You don't know who Mark Wahlberg is, and if his kids were in that plane and he thought that's the only way for his kids to survive, you cannot say that he would not do that. I mean, yes, you have like 993 people actually did it. If people say stuff like that, like if I was in that situation, I'd do something differently, and you're like, oh no, you wouldn't. You would never be in that situation, or if you're in that situation, you would probably freeze. You don't know that person and what that person has been through in the past, and if he's already been in that situation before. Now I'm kind of ranting on, but I hate people that are like, oh, that person would never do that. You don't know who that person is who's saying that, because you only have a very few of the populace actually saying, I would do that. And a lot of pussies out there, or wussies, whatever you want to say, in like Portland, Oregon or something, with purple hair and wearing masks, yeah, they won't do shit because they're a bunch of little bitches. Wow, I just really ranted real hardcore. But, moral of the story, don't second guess people. Yeah.